Hi, this is a tutorial to show how to add links to class pages. Once you log in to the faculty portal and onto your page, you come up with the view that you normally see. And I want to point something out before we actually do this. So I'm going to go up here to Class Management and hide Class Editing Tools so it's a little cleaner to look at. And you'll see that the editing tools disappear, and this is how your home page is viewed. If you look at the class link area, you'll see that I'm on Spanish 8, and Mary has two different kinds of links that she's put up on her class page. One displays the entire URL or web address of the site. Another is added in a way that the URL is not visible, but the words "click here" actually take you to the website. So I just wanted to point out the two different kinds that you could do. I'm going to go back up here to show class editing tools and take you through the steps on how to add a link to your class pages. You scroll back down to the class links area, and keep in mind you can add links in other areas of the website too. You can add them to class news, to class homework, anywhere you like. But I'm going to put them in the links area. So what you do is you go down here to add new links. Click on that, and it brings you to the class links page, and you can enter a title for the link. I'm just going to call this homework. Oops. In fact, I think I'm going to call it new homework. There are posted date and expiration date fields that you can put dates in if you like. And because it's a link and you probably aren't necessarily going to be having to explain a lot about it, and you might want to have the link appear right on the home page rather than having the user have to click through to read more about it, I would just recommend you put the link right in the caption field. And the way you do that is you put your cursor and make sure your cursor is blinking there in the caption field, and you go over here to this icon, which is a little insert link icon, and it brings up a box, and you can go ahead and type in the address, and put in type HTTP, and then there's the address, montgomeryschool.org. And it's helpful to, if this is a link to an area within our own site, then this is sufficient. You can hit OK and move on. Let's pretend that I put a different link in there that actually is to a website outside of the Montgomery School site. What I recommend you always do is to actually go down to this target box and click on the drop down arrow and click on blank. And what that does is that tells the site that when the user clicks on the link that you've put in here, it will open up a new window rather than or a new tab on their browser rather than just filling in over the page that they were on. That way, when they're finished with the site that you've directed them to, and they click on the checkbox the X box up here to close the site, it doesn't close their browser, and they can navigate back easily to your page. So I'm going to click OK, and that simply is how you add. You have to hit submit. That simply is how you add a link that you want the entire URL or web address to appear. I'm going to add another one here. If I can. Okay, get my cursor down here. Let's say I want it to appear the other way, where I say click here for new homework. Now I can do the same thing, but this time I'm going to highlight. I want the words new homework to be the clickable words, so I highlight those, and then I go up here to insert link, and I again type in the address, and go down to target and say blank if I want it to open up in a new browser. in a new tab, click OK, and that does it. Now, don't forget to hit submit, and then that'll take us back to the class page. I'm going to hide the class editing tools so that we can see how this looks. Class links. Here are the new ones. It's called New Homework, and I have there's the one that's just the URL. If I click on it, you see it's opened up a new browser window. And when I'm finished with that, if I close it, I'm just back exactly where I started. Or I can click New Homework. Again, if you notice, I only have these two windows open. Click New Homework, which is the second type of link that we put in. Again, it opens up the new browser window. And when I'm finished navigating there, I click it and I'm back on my Spanish page. And that's that.